Hey travelers, so kind of did a video on semen retention, no fapping, all that kind of jazz. And I kind of explained why you would want to do it. Um, so that's on the channel if you want to see that. Now onto the exercises to be able to practice semen retention, to be able to actually separate ejaculation from orgasm, so that you could experience an orgasm as a man. It's possible as a woman too. It's called ovarian kung fu, or at least what I'm studying is called that. But for men, it's testes kung fu. It's sexual kung fu. Yeah, it's learning how to appreciate a lot of excitement without getting rid of it through your dick. It's actually like recycling, if you want, the energy as you orgasm, and bring it to your crown. So this video isn't necessarily going to be about the exercises per se, but it's going to be about what you have to keep in mind and little details about the practice that you might want to be aware of before actually practicing that stuff. Now, I'm not responsible if you hurt yourself, if you get your dick caught in the ceiling fan. I'm just talking about something that I've personally enjoyed, but like if you have like a venereal diseases, if you have like anything that could stop you from doing that, don't do it. It could also be used as a form of birth control somehow, but I'm not responsible if you fuck up, or like if you do it and you actually get a kid. Like, I am not held responsible for that. I'm only sharing information. I don't want anybody like suing me because they saw this YouTube video and they were like, I can go in raw and never come, and then they just bust it out and get a kid, you know? So, okay. So, few things you have to know before you practice the exercises. There's gonna be actually 4 exercises. One is testes breathing. It's learning to control the energy when it's cold, when it's not excited, learning to like hold it at a certain place and move it up your spine and downwards, and you know. One of the other exercises is called the scrotal compression. So it's actually getting air and moving it down to your balls, and compressing energy creates a lot of heat, and it accustoms you to like handling that much heat, you know, so that you can handle a lot of excitement. What else? The other exercise is the power lock. So you're learning to go up to the edge just before you would orgasm or ejaculate, and you block the energy at different parts of your body. Through training, you learn how to move it up while it's hot. So the first exercise was when it's cold. It's easier to do so, but when it's hot, the energy is more frenetic. It expands quickly, so it's harder to control. And the 4th exercise is called the big draw. Now the big draw is just learning how to stop at orgasm, and you just stop the ejaculation and you bring the energy upwards. Woo, and you do a big draw. You draw it up to your head, and then it spills back down in your vital organ through your front channel. You know, kind of bring it up through the back, down through the front. With that said, I got a little piece of paper with like things that I have to say, because I made a video once, but felt there was a lot lacking. So, yeah, first of all, you're going to be able to practice those exercises a bit everywhere, like if you're standing in line at the bank or something, but you could do them just being on a chair like that. And can you see? Yeah, okay, and you want like, you usually want to be naked, but I can't do that on YouTube, so, so you want to sit your butt at the end of the chair. And again, you could do this standing up, you could do this on a chair, or you could do it laying on your right side. Because if you're doing it on the left side energy could get stuck in your heart, and this could, you know, it's not good. So you want to keep things smooth. You don't want energy to be stuck anywhere, you know. You want to be able to make it circulate as easily. So yeah, the one of the a good book to learn all the details and stuff is that, but this is mainly like an inspirational video, and perhaps you're going to be able to connect some dots from what I'm saying. But by all means, you should get a full source of info. I've shown this book before. It's a good book. I've talked about this before again. Like, if you haven't checked the intro video, I suggest you do that. So yeah, you're gonna want to be on your right side laying, which like your balls like between your legs and in the back, or just sitting, because it's the easiest way to do it and to practice it. Once you get better, you could do some weird yoga pose while you do it, but okay. So just sit your butt at the, you're gonna want to sit your butt at the end of a chair. Don't necessarily do it now because I'm gonna talk a lot, but you sit at the end of a chair and you got your balls hanging loose, you know. Usually you'd be naked in a room that isn't cold, because cold attracts heat and you want to keep it in your body. You want to circulate in your body, not in the room, right? And no wind, because the wind pushes the energy. So basically just in your room at room temperature, butt naked, you know, like that. A good time to practice it is when, like, I'm gonna give a bunch of little information, right? It's not the exercise per se, but perhaps you could add to your own thing. Okay, I know I'm talking a lot. So when the sun is in the middle of the sky, so at like 12 or like 1 p.m. or even at night, because once the sun reaches like the apex or like the middle of the sky, the energy of the world kind of changes from rising, yang, to yin. So in your body, you're gonna see the same thing, because your body is kind of like a mirror for like the you know, as above, so below, kind of deal. And you could know that if you're into astrology. You just cast the chart of where you are at the moment, and when the glyph of the sun, which is a circle with a dot in the middle, when you see it on the line that says MC, this is the medium coeli, it's the middle of the sky, the mid-heaven. When the sun is there, that would be the best time for you to do your practice, you know. But you could do it at any time, and by all means, don't stop yourself from doing it because it's not the right time. So there's that. You have to know that your back channel, which you're going to be opening, is your yang channel. It's your fiery energy. I mean, there's also some yin, I'm pretty sure, in the back channel, but mostly it's masculine and raw energy, and it goes the back here, all up to your head like that, and down to the tip of your nose. And the reason I'm saying this is because during your exercises, you have to keep the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth. I'm gonna find a spot at one point. I just keep it there all the time now, even when I'm not practicing. It's gotten to be a habit, because it connects the energy that's coming from your yang channel and the energy that's coming from your yin channel. It goes through your tongue, through its tip, and then you're connecting it by touching the roof of your mouth. So you're completing both channels, so you know that your yang and yin are ready to circulate easily. Okay, what else? I mean, you preferably don't want to drink alcohol or caffeine. You could still do it, but it's not gonna, like, you're not gonna learn as much, you're not gonna advance. And if you're actually doing it like the exercises where you want to stop yourself at ejaculation, yeah, I found that like 99% of the time, if I actually fail, it's because I drank like caffeine. It's because the energy is too frenetic, it's too, you know, there's too much energy, and I think I can handle a lot, but finally it's just like, you know. So no caffeine, no alcohol. I guess it depends on how, like, it could still work, but like, especially for practicing, you're better without it. And it depends on your like sensitivity to it, you know, sensitivity, I think. Okay, so yeah, if you want to use stones, a serpentine stone is really good for that. I like to have it just where my coccyx is, and the tail of my spine as I'm doing the exercises. And I find, especially when the energy is hot and you're trying to raise it to your head, this is gonna like give it a kick so it's easier, you know? Yeah. Again, this could be, like, the exercises could be used as a form of birth control, but not responsible if you get someone pregnant. You need a lot of practice to do it, and there's always going to be some, well, not always, some men don't have it, but there's going to be some pre-cum, and it hasn't been proved if there actually is sperm in them, but like, be careful about that. Because even if you're not coming, there's going to be some pre-cum at some point, and you could, you know. But that's pretty much what I had to say. Now I'm going to do the exercises, or I'm going to, like, at least do the first exercise called testes breathing. So, yeah. Thanks for listening. On to the exercises now.